The population of a town increased from 40,000 to 64,000. What was the percentage increase? Solution. First, let us analyze the question. We are told that the population of our town increased from 40,000 to 64,000. Then we are asked to give the percentage increase. First, we are going to find the difference between 64,000 and 40,000 because the original population or the first population was 40,000. Then it increased to 64,000. Therefore, let us get the difference that is 64,000 minus 40,000. Therefore, we shall have 64,000 minus 40,000. This will give us 0, 0, 0, 4, 24. Therefore, we get 24,000. Therefore, we shall have 24,000 and then over the original population or the first population, which is here 40,000. Then we multiply times 100%. Therefore, we shall have 24,000 over the original population, which we have said it is 40,000, times 100%, because we are asked what was the percentage increase. This 24,000 we convert it into percent times 100%. Then from there we simplify. Then we can divide these 3 zeros with these 3 zeros. Then this 0, let it cancel with this 0 here. Then from there we can further simplify by 4. We get 1. 4 divided by 4, 1. 24 divided by 4, we get 6. Therefore, we multiply 6 times 10. This will give us 60%. Therefore, the percentage increase is 60%. Therefore, our correct choice is D, which is 60. A farmer had 120 animals, of which 50% were cattle, 30% goats, and the rest sheep. He increased the number of goats by 25%, sheep by 50%, and decreased the number of cattle by 20%. How many animals did he finally have? Solution. Number of animals. The number of animals here, we are told that is 120. So the number of animals here is 120. Then we are told that cattle, 50% were cattle, 30% goats, and the rest sheep. So let us get the number of cattle. 50% were cattle. So that is 50%. That is 50 over 100 times the total number of animals, which is 120. Then we can simplify. This 0 will cancel with this 0. This 0 will cancel with this 0. 5 times 12, we get 60. So the number of cattle here was 60. Let us get the number of goats. The number of goats here. Goats were 30%. That is 30 over 100. times 120. We simplify this 0 and divide with this 0 with this 0. 3 times 12 will give us 36. Then for us to get the number of sheep, let us take the number of cattle plus the number of goats, which is 60, plus 36. It will give us 96. Then we subtract the total number of animals, which is 120 minus 96. We shall get 24. So the number of sheep is 24. And we are asked how many animals did he finally have. We are told that the question tells us that he increased the number of goats by 25, the number of sheep by 50, and decreased the number of cattle by 20%. Then we are asked how many animals did he finally have. Therefore, we shall have, let us start with the goats. After the increase, goats, we are told that the goats were increased by 25%. Therefore, we shall have 100 plus 25, the new percent, which is 125%. Therefore, we shall have 100% is equivalent to 36, the number of goats. What about 125%? We cross multiply. We have 125 times 36 over 100. We get 45. After simplifying, we get 45. So the number of goats were 45. Let us search for the number of sheep. The number of sheep here were 24. So 100% is equivalent to 24. And we are told that the number of sheep increased by 50%. Therefore, the new percent will be 100 plus 50, which is 150%. Therefore, we shall have, if 100% is equivalent to 24. What about our 150%? We cross multiply. We shall have 150 times 24 over 100. Then from there we simplify. We get 36. So the number of sheep now became 36. We are told that the number of cattle decreased by 20%. Therefore, we shall take 100. We shall take 100 minus 20. We are told that it decreased. We get 80%. Then we take, if 100% is equivalent to 60. What about these 80%? We take this, if 100% is equivalent to 60. We found that the number of cattle was 60. What about these are 80%. From there we cross multiply. We shall have 80 times 60 over 100. Then now we can simplify. 8 times 6, that is 48. So the number of cattle decreased up to 48. Then we are asked how many animals did he finally have. Then from there now we are going to add. We are going now to add 45. We add 36. Then we add 48, which will give us 45 plus 36 plus 48. It will give us 129. Therefore, our correct choice is D, which is 129. 129. The number of people who attended a 2-day exhibition dropped from 2,500 on the first day to 2,400 on the second day. What was the percentage decrease in attendance? Solution. First, let us analyze the question. We are told that the number of people who attended a 2-day exhibition dropped from 2,500 on the first day to 2,400 on the second day. Then we are asked to give the percentage decrease in attendance. Therefore, we get the difference between 2,500 and 2,400. Therefore, we can proceed as follows. 2,500 minus 2,400. 0, 0, 1, 0. We get 100. Now, this 100 we convert it into percent. Therefore, we shall take 100 over the original number. Our original number here will be 2,500. Then times 100%. Therefore, we shall have 100 over 2,500, then times 100%. Then from there, we can simplify. We can divide this 0 with this 0. Then we can simplify further. 25 divided by 25 is 1. 25 divided by 100 is 4. Therefore, we have 4% as the percentage decrease in attendance is 4%. Therefore, our correct choice is A. During a tree planting season, the number of trees planted in May was 10% more than the number of trees planted in June. If the number of trees planted in May was 9,900, how many trees were planted in June? Solution. We are told that the number of trees planted in May was 10% more than the number of trees planted in June. And then we are given the number of trees which were planted in May, which is 9,900. Therefore, the new percentage will be 100 plus this 10%. So the new percentage now, new percentage, we shall take 100%, add this 10%, which will give us 110%. That is the new percentage, which is equivalent to 9,900 trees which were planted in May. Then the question is asking us the number of trees which were planted in the month of June. Therefore, the month of June has 100%. Therefore, what about 100%? We cross multiply. Therefore, we shall have 100, 9,900 divided by 110. This 0 will cancel with this 0. By 11, 1. By 11, we get 900. 10 times 900, we get 9,000. Therefore, the number of trees which were planted in the month of June were 9,000. Therefore, our correct answer is A. The marked price of a dress was 400 shillings. After a price increase, the marked price of the dress became 450 shillings. What was the percentage increase? Solution. In this question, we are told that the marked price of this dress is 400 shillings. Then we are told that after a price increase, the marked price of the dress became 450. Then we are asked to give the percentage increase. For us to get the percentage increase, we take increase over the marked price, which we can write it is as MP, then times 100%. Therefore, in our case here, our increase here, we shall get it by taking 450 minus 400, which is the marked price. The marked price is 400 shillings. Then after the increase, now the price was 450. Therefore, to get the increase, we get 450 minus 400, which is the marked price. We get 50 shillings. That is the increase. Now, we take 50 shillings. This is the increase over the marked price. The marked price here is 400. 400 times 100%. From there, we simplify this 0, we'll cancel this 0. Then we can simplify 4 divided by 2, 2. 15 divided by 2 to give us 25. We shall have 25 over 2, or 25 divided by 2. Then we can simplify by 2, 1, by 2, 12.5, or 12 and a half. Therefore, our correct answer is D, which is 12 and a half. In April, a posho mill packed 25,000 bales of unga. In the previous month, 20,000 bales had been packed. What was the percentage increase in the number of bales of unga? Solution. We are told that the bales of unga which were packed in the month of April are 25,000. Then we are told that the previous month they had packed 20,000. First, we get the difference between 25,000 and 20,000. Therefore, we shall have 25,000 minus 20,000. This will give us 5,000. Then 5,000 over the original number. Our original number in our case here will be 20,000. Therefore, 5,000 over 20,000. Then times 100%. Times 100%. We can simplify. These 3 zeros will cancel by these 3 zeros there. Then we can simplify further by 21. 100 divided by 20 is 5. 5 times 5, 25%. Therefore, the percentage increase is 25%. Our correct choice now will be C, which is 25%. The population of our town in 1992 had increased by 20%. If the population of the town in 1991 was 480,000, what was its population in 1992? Here in this question, we are told that the population of our town increased by 20% in the year 1992. Then we are told that in the year 1991, the population was 480,000. Then we are asked to give the population of the town in the year 1992. From there, we can proceed as follows. Solution. In this question, we are told that in the year 1992, the population had increased by 20%. Therefore, if this population had increased by 20%, we shall take 100 plus this 20%. Now the new percent is 120%. This will be the new percentage. The new percentage will be 120%. Then the question asks us the population of the town in 1992, and then we are told that in the year 1991 the population was 480,000. Therefore, 480,000, this is the one which is equivalent to 100%. Therefore, from there we shall proceed as follows. We'll say 100% is equivalent to 480,000. Then we ask ourselves, what about 120%? From there, we can cross multiply. We shall have 120 times 480,000 over 100. Then we can simplify this 0, will cancel this 0. Then from there, we multiply 120 times 4,800. We shall have 120 times 4,800. It will give us 576,000. Therefore, the population in 1992 is 576,000. Therefore, our correct choice is D, 576,000. Ali weighed 100 kilogram. After some illness, his weight reduced by 10%. A week later, he lost a further 10%. What was his weight at the end of the week? We are told that Ali weighed 100 kilogram. Then we are told that after some illness, his weight reduced by 10%. Then we are also told that a week later, he lost a further 10%. Then we are asked, what was his weight at the end of the week? Therefore, we can proceed as follows. Solution. In our question here, we are told that Ali weighed 100 kilogram. So his weight here is 100 kilogram. Then we are told that after some illness, his weight reduced by 10%. We are also told that a week later, he lost a further 10%. He lost a further 10%. Therefore, let us get the total weight in percentage which this person lost. We shall have this 10% plus this 10%, which is the same as 10 plus 10, which will give us 20%. This is the lost weight. Then, from there, we are told that his weight was 100 kilogram. Therefore, we shall say this 100 kilogram is equivalent to 100%, or 100% is equivalent to 100 kilogram. Then what about this 20%, which is the lost weight? So what about 20%? And then from there we cross multiply and then we simplify. Therefore, we shall have 20 times 100 kilogram over 100%. Then from there we simplify. These zeros will cancel with this 0. We get 20 kilogram. So the weight which was lost is 20 kilogram. Then the question asks us, what was his weight at the end of the week? His weight was initially 100 kilogram. Therefore, we take 100, we subtract 20 kilogram, which were lost. Therefore, we shall have 100 minus 20. This will give us 80 kilogram. Therefore, our correct choice is C, which is 80 kilogram. After increase of 25%, Igoki's salary became 3,125 shillings. What was our salary before the increase? We are given that the increase is 25%, then the salary became 3,125. And then we are asked what was our salary before the increase. Therefore, we can proceed as follows. Solution. We are told that there is an increase of 25%. Therefore, the new percent will be 100 plus 25, which will give us 125%. This is the new percentage. Then we are asked to give our salary before the increase. Therefore, this 125 is equivalent to 3,125. Therefore, we can proceed as follows. 125% is equivalent to 3,125 shillings. Then, what about 100%? Our salary before the increase. From there, let us cross multiply. We shall have 100 times 3125 over 125. Then from there we can now simplify. By 125, 1. By 125, 25. Therefore, we multiply 100 times 25, we get 2,500 shillings. Therefore, our salary before the increase was 2,500 shillings. Therefore, our correct choice is B, 2,500 shillings. The level of water in a dam was decreasing by 20% each day. If the level of the water was 1,500 centimeters, what was the level after 2 days? We are told that the level of water in this dam decreased by 20% each day. Then we are told that the level of the water is now 1,500 centimeters, and we are asked to give the level of the water after 2 days. Solution. Therefore, the level of the water was decreasing by 20%. That is decrease. Can just represent it by letter D. We talk of 20% decrease per day. Then we are asked the level of the water after 2 days. Therefore, 20% multiply times 2, it will give us 40%. Then we take this 40%. This 40% is the same as 40 over 100. We can write it as 40 over 100 of or times the level of the water, which is 1,500. 1,500. Then from there we can simplify 0. They cancel this 0. 40 times 15, it will give us 600 centimeters. Therefore, the level of the water decreased by 600 centimeters. But we are asked the level of the water after 2 days. Therefore, we take 1,500 minus 600. We shall have 1,500 minus 600. Fifteen minus 6, that is 9. The level of the water is 900 centimeters. Therefore, our correct choice is A, which is 900 centimeters. In 1994, Kihara picked 12,100 kilograms of tea from his farm. In 1995, he picked 10% more kilograms of tea than 1994. How many kilograms of tea did he pick in 1995? We are told that in the year 1994, Kihara picked 12,100 kilograms of tea. In 1995, he picked 10% more kilograms of tea than 1994. Therefore, we can proceed as follows. Solution. We have the year 1994, he picked 12,100 kilograms. Therefore, 1994, here Kihara picked 12,100 kilograms. Then we are told that in 1995, he picked 10% more kilograms of tea than in 1994. He picked 10% more. 1995, he picked 10% more compared to 1994. Therefore, the new percent will be 100 plus 10%, which will be 110%. This will be the new percent. Then the original percent, or the first percent, now it was 100%. Therefore, we shall take if 100% was equivalent to 12,100 kilograms. What about 110%? Then from there we can simplify. First, let us cross multiply. Then after that we shall simplify. We shall have 110 multiplied by 12,100. Then we divide by 100. Therefore, shall cancel this 0, this 0. 110 times 121, it will give us 13,310 kilogram. Therefore, our correct answer will be choice D, which is 13,310 kilogram. The weight of a 90 kilogram bag of maize decreased to 75 kilogram after drying. What was the percentage decrease in weight? Solution. We are told that the weight of a 90 kilogram bag decreased to 75% after drying. Let us get the decrease. The decrease, which we are going to get it by taking 90 minus 75. Therefore, we shall have 90 minus 75. It will give us 15 kilogram. That is the decrease. Then we are asked to give the percentage decrease. So we are have 15 over the first number over the original number. Our original number in our case here is 90 kilogram. 15 over 90 times 100%. From there, we shall simplify. We shall cancel this 0 with this 0. Then, we can divide 9 divided by 3 is 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 times 10 is 50 over 3. Then let us use the long division method. So we shall have 50 divided by 3. We ask ourselves, which number will we multiply by 3 to give us 5 or a number near 5? We find that it is 1 because 3 times 1 will give us 3. 5 minus 3 will give us 2. Then remember to drop this 0 here. Therefore now we have 20. Then which number do we multiply by 3 to give us 20 or a number near 20? We find that is 3 times 6. It will give us 18. So it is times 6 because of 18. 20 minus 18, we get 2. Therefore, we have 16 and 2 over 3%. Therefore, our correct choice is B, which is 16 and 2 over 3%. That was the percentage decrease. A factory produced 10,000 kilograms of coffee on the first day and 8,000 kilograms on the second day. What was the percentage decrease in the production? We are told that in this question, the factory produced 10,000 kilograms of coffee on the first day and 8,000 kilograms on the second day. Then we are asked the percentage decrease in the production. Therefore, we are first going to get the decrease by subtracting 10,000 kilogram minus 8,000 kilogram. Solution. Therefore, we shall have 10,000 kilogram minus 8,000 kilogram. This will give us 2,000 kilogram. That is the decrease. Therefore, percentage decrease will take 2,000 kilogram. 2,000 over 10,000 kilogram, then 10,000, then times 100%, convert it into percentage. Then from there we can simplify. We can cancel these two zeros here with these zeros there. Then we also cancel these two zeros with these two zeros there. The decrease is 20%. 20%, that is the decrease. Therefore, the correct choice is A, 20%. In one shop, an item was selling for 400 shillings. After some time, the same item was sold for 500 shillings. What was the percentage increase in the selling price? We are told that the item was sold for 400 shillings. Then after some time, the price increased to 500 shillings. Then we are asked what was the percentage increase in the selling price. Solution. We take 500, which is the selling price. We subtract 400, which was the first selling price. We get 100. So we get increase over marked price times 100%. The marked price in our case here will be 400 shillings. Therefore, we shall have 100 over 400 times 100%. Then from there we simplify. 0, cancel this 0. By 4, 1. By 4 we get 25%. 25%. Therefore, our correct answer is B, which is 25%. A farm yielded 600 bags of wheat in 1996. This was a 20% decrease in yield from 1995. How many bags of wheat did the farm yield in 1995? We are told that the farm yielded 600 bags of wheat in 1996. Then we are told that this was 20% decrease in the yield from 1995. Solution. Therefore, we have the yield in 1996 is 20% decrease in the yield from 1995. Therefore, we shall take 100 minus 20%. 100% minus 20%, we get 80%. Therefore, this 80% is now the same as or is equivalent to 600 bags of wheat in the year 1996. Therefore, we have 80% is equivalent to 600 bags which were harvested in the year 1996. Then you are told this was 20% decrease in yield from 1995. How many bags of wheat did the farm yield in 1995? Therefore, if 80% is 600 bags, what about 100% the yield for the year 1995? We shall have 100 times 600 divided by 80 or over 80. Then from there we can simplify. We cancel this 0 with this 0. Then from there we can divide 8 divided by 2, 4. We divide 60 divided by 2, we get 30. 30 divided by 2, we get 15. 4 divided by 2, we get 2. Then we can simplify further by 2, 1. 100 divided by 2, we get 50. Therefore, we multiply 50 times 15. We get 750 bags. 750 bags. Therefore, our correct choice is A, which is 750 bags. During 1 month, a kiosk owner made a profit of 6,180 shillings. The following month, his profit increased to 8,240 shillings. What was the percentage increase in profit? We are told that the owner made a profit of 6,180 shillings. Then the following month, the profit increased to 8,240 shillings. Then we are asked to give the percentage increase in profit. Therefore, we can proceed as follows. Solution. We are told that the profit here, the profit which the owner made is 6,180. Then the following month it increased to 8,240. Therefore, for us to get the increase, we take 8,240 minus 6,180. Therefore, we shall have 8240 minus 6180. It will give us 2,060. This is the increase. Then we are told to give it in percentage. Therefore, we take 2,060 over the first profit which he meant, which is 6,180. 6,180 then times 100%. From there, now we simplify this 0 to cancel this 0. Then we can now use the long division method to simplify further, whereby we shall multiply 206 times 100, we get 20,600. Divide by, use the long division method, 618. Then from there we find which number and we multiply by 618 to give us 20,600 or a number near 20,600. We will find that is 33, because 618 times 33, it gives us 20,394. 20,394. Then we subtract, we get 206. Therefore, we have that 3 and 206 over 618. Then from there now we can simplify. First, let us simplify by 2. 206 divided by 2, we get 103. 618 divided by 2, we get 309. Then by 103, we get 1. 309 divided by 103, we get 3. Therefore, we have 33 and 1/3%. Therefore, our correct choice is B, 33 and 1/3%. That was the percentage increase in profit. The price of sugar increased from 40 shillings to 50 shillings per kilogram. What was the percentage increase? Solution. For us to get the percentage increase here, first let us get the increase. The increase, we are going to get it by subtracting 50 minus 40. 50 minus 40, which is 10 kilogram. Percentage increase, which is 10 kilogram, over the original amount or the first amount, which is 40 shillings. 40 times 100%. Then we can simplify from there. This 0 cancel with this 0. Then we multiply 10 times 10. It will give us 100/4. Then from there we can simplify further. 4 divided by 4, 1. 100 divided by 4, we get 25. Therefore, the percentage increase is 25%. The correct answer is C, which is 25%. A carpenter wanted to make 192 round tables and 128 rectangular tables. He later decided to decrease the number of round tables by 25% and to increase the number of rectangular ones by 25%. How many tables did he make altogether? Solution. We are told that 192 round tables, and these round tables, he decreased it by 25%. Therefore, we have 192. These are round tables. He decreased it by 25%. Let us just write D here to represent decrease. And then 128, these are rectangular tables. He increased it by 25%. Let us just write I to represent increase. Then the question asks us how many tables did he make all together. Therefore, from there we see that 25% round tables, he decreased them by 25%. Therefore, to get the number of round tables, now let's get the number of round tables. The number of round tables here, we are going to get it by taking 100, this 100%, minus 25, decrease. We get 75%. Then 75%, this is the same as 75 over 100 of or times the total number of tables, which was 192 of 192. Then from there we can now simplify. Let us multiply 75 times 192. It will give us 14,400. 14,400 divided by 100. 14,400 over 100. We can simplify this by 0, 1. These two zeros is 1. All these zeros, they cancel. Then from there now, the number of round tables is 144. This is the number of round tables. Let us now get the number of rectangular tables. The number of rectangular tables here was 128. We are told that it increased by 25%. Therefore, if it increased by 25%, the new percent would be 100 plus 25, which is 125%. 125% can also be written as 125 over 100 of which means multiplication 128. From there we can simplify. 125 times 128, it will give us 16,000. We shall have 16,000 over 100. Then we can simplify. This 0 will cancel with this 0. Therefore, we get 160. So the rectangular tables were 160. Then the question asks us how many tables did he make altogether. Therefore, we shall add 144 plus, these are the round tables, 144 plus 160 rectangular tables. Therefore, we shall have 144 plus 160. We add, we get 304. Therefore, our correct choice is B, which is 304. The marked price of a pair of shoes was 250 shillings. During a sale, the price was reduced to 200 shillings. What was the percentage decrease in price? Solution. The marked price here in our case is 250 shillings. The selling price is 200 shillings. So the marked price, we can represent it by MP. The marked price is 250 shillings. Then the selling price, SP, the selling price here is 200 shillings. Then we are asked to give the percentage decrease in price. Therefore, let us get the decrease first. Decrease. The decrease. We are going to get it by taking 250 minus 200. It will give us 50. So the decrease is 50 shillings. For us to get the percentage decrease, we take the decrease. Take the decrease over the marked price times 100%. Therefore, we shall have, in our case here, the decrease is 50 over the marked price. The marked price, which is 250, times 100%. Then from there we can simplify. We can cancel this 0 with this 0. Here 25 divided by 25, 1. 100 divided by 25 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20%. Therefore, our correct answer is D, which is 20%. Flour is packed in 2.5 kilogram packets. If the weight of flour in the packets is increased by 25%, what would be the new weight of the packet? Solution. We are told that the weight of the flour in the packets is increased by 25%. Therefore, the new percent will be new percent will be 100 plus 25, which will give us 125%. That is, the new percentage will be 125%. Therefore, we are told that the flour is packed in 2.5 kilogram packets. Then we are asked what would be the new weight of the packet. Therefore, this 2.5 kilogram is equivalent to 100%. Therefore, we shall have 100% is equivalent to 2.5 kgs or kilograms. What about 125%? Then we will cross multiply. We shall have 125 times 2.5 over 100% or over 100. Then we multiply 125 times 2.5, we get that 125 over 100 First, we have eliminated the decimal, or just let us forget the decimal for the first time. Here we shall have 3125. Then we count it later. So here let us count the number of decimal places. 1, 2 plus this decimal here, we have 3. Therefore we have 1, 2, 3. So here count 3 decimals. 1, 2, 3. The decimal point will be here. Therefore we have 3.125 kilogram. Therefore our correct answer is A, 3.125 kilogram. The bus fare from one town to another was decreased by 20% and later increased by 20%. If the original fare was 50%, what is the new fare? Solution. We are told that the original fare, that's represented here by OR, is 50 shillings. That is the original fare, which is 50 shillings. Then we are told that the fare was decreased by 20% and later increased by 20%. Then we are asked what was the new fare, or what is the new fare. Therefore, let us see how much is the fare when it was decreased by 20%. Therefore, 100% is equivalent to 50 shillings, the original fare. Then we are told that it is decreased by 20%. Therefore, if it is decreased by 20%, we shall have 100 minus 20. So the percent now decrease will be 80%. Then what about this 80% after a decrease of 20%? From there, we now cross multiply. We shall have 80 times 50 over 100. Then we can simplify this 0 to cancel with this 0, this other 0 to cancel with this 0. 8 times 5, we get 40 shillings. Therefore, after the decrease of 20%, the fare now became 40 shillings. Then after an increase of 20% now, after the increase of 20%, so the new percent will be, the new percent, we are on the side of increase, part of the increase. The new percent will be 100 plus the increase of 20%, which is 120%. Therefore, now 100% will be equivalent to these 40 shillings. It will be equivalent to 40 shillings. Then, what about 120%? We shall have 120 times 40 over 100. Then from there we can simplify this 0 to cancel with this 0. These are 0 to cancel with this 0. 12 times 4, we get 48 shillings. Therefore, after the increase, now the fare became 48 shillings. Therefore, our correct choice is C, which is 48 shillings. In 1 year, the population of gazelles in a park was 3,400. In the following year, the population reduced by 25%. What was the size of the population of gazelles after the reduction? Solution. The population of gazelles is 3,400. Then we are told that it reduced by 25%. Therefore, we take 100 minus 25. So the gazelles which remained in percent is 75%. Therefore, we are asked what was the size of the population of the gazelles after the reduction. We take if 100% is equivalent to 3,400. What about this now 75%? We cross multiply, we get 75 times 3,400 over 100. This 0 will cancel with this 0. 75 times 34 is 2550. Therefore, our correct choice is D, 2550. In the year 2002, the number of pupils in a school was 800. In 2003, the number of pupils increased by 40%. How many pupils were there in 2003? Solution. We are told that in the year 2002, the number of pupils in a school was 800. Then we are told that in 2003 the number increased by 40%. The number increased by 40%. It increased by 40%. So 2003 the number increased by 40%. The number increased by 40%. Then we are asked how many pupils were there in 2003. If in 2002 the pupils were 800, then in 2003 the number of pupils increased by 40%. This number of pupils, which is 800, increased by 40%. From there, we can get the number of pupils in 2003. Now, 100% is equivalent or it's equal to 800 pupils. Therefore, we shall have 100% is equivalent to 800 pupils. Then we are told that the number of pupils increased by 40%. So our new percent will be now 100 or 100% plus 40%. Our new percent, it will be 100 plus 40, we get 140%. This is our new percent. Therefore, what about 140%? It will be equivalent to how many pupils? From there, we cross multiply. Therefore, we shall have 140 times 800 over 100. Then we simplify. Let's take these two zeros. They cancel with these two zeros up there. Then we multiply 140 times 8. It will give us 1,120 pupils. So the pupils in 2003 were 1,120 pupils. Therefore, our correct answer will be D. A playing field measured 50 meters by 30 meters. The measurements of the sides of the field were later increased to 80 meters by 60 meters. What was the percentage increase of the area of the field? First, let us just sketch this playing field. Solution: the sketch of this playing field. We are told that it measured 50 meters by 30 meters. Then we are told that the measurements of the sides of the field were later increased to 80 meters by 60 meters. So they were later increased to 80 meters. So the length 80 meters. The width was increased to 60 meters. That is the increase. Then we are asked to give the percentage increase of the area of the field. First, let us get the area of this playing field before the increase. Therefore, we can have area before the increase. Area before increase. We shall get it by multiplying 50 meters by 30 meters. 50 times 30. This will give us 1,500 meters squared. Remember, it is area, we give it in square units, 1,500 meters squared. Then, secondly, let us get the area of the field after the increase, which is 80 by 60. So, area of the field after increase . 80 by 60. We get 4,800 meters squared. Then this is the area of the field after the increase. Then we have area of the field before the increase. Then we are asked to give the percentage increase of the area of the field. Therefore, we are going to subtract 4,800 minus 1,500. Therefore, we shall have 4,800 minus 1,500. it will give us 3,300. But we are asked to give the percentage increase. Remember, our question asked us what was the percentage increase of the area of the field. So we convert this into percentage. So therefore we shall have the increase, which is 3,300 over 1,500. Then we multiply by 100%. Then from there we can now simplify. This 0 will cancel with this 0. Then we can now simplify further. We can divide 15 divided by 3. We get 5. 33 divided by 3 we get 11. 5 divided by 5, 1. 100 we divide by 5, we get 20. Therefore 11 times 20, this gives us 220%. Therefore we have 220% as our correct answer. Therefore our correct choice here will be D, 220. That was the percentage. The length of a rectangular plot is 30 meters and the width is 20 meters. Each side of the plot is increased by 10%. What is the increase in the area of the plot? Solution. First, let us sketch this plot and put the measurements which we are given. 30 meters, 20 meters. Therefore we have the sketch there of this rectangular plot. We have put the measurements 30 meters and 20 meters. Then we are told that each side of the plot is increased by 10%. So each side is increased by 10%. So the length is increased by 10%. And the width is also increased by 10%. Then we are asked to give the increase in the area of the plot, or what is the increase of the area of the plot. Therefore now from there we can proceed as follows. First, let us get the area of the plot before the increase. So the measurements are 30 meters by 20. Therefore we have 30 times 20, because this is a rectangle, and the formula for getting the area of a rectangle, we use the formula length times width. Therefore in our case, our length is 30 meters, our width is 20 meters. Therefore we multiply 30 times 20, we get 600 meters squared. That is the area of the plot before the increase. Then we are told that each side is increased by 10%. Therefore now 100%, let us calculate the length after the increase. Now we shall have, just write length after the increase. 100% is equivalent to 30 meters. Then the new percent will be new percent year for the length will be 100% plus 10%, which will give us 110%. If 100% is equivalent to 30 meters, what about 110% after the increase? From there, we cross multiply. We shall have 110 times 30 over 100. This 0 will cancel with this 0. This 0 will cancel with this 0. 11 times 3 will give us 33. Now, after the increase, these are the measurements of the rectangular plot. Now it will be 33 meters. Let us get now the width after the increase. The width, we take if 100%, if 100% is equivalent to 20 meters. 100% is equivalent to 20 meters. What about 110%? This will be the new percent. We take 100, we add 10. We have 110. 100 plus 10. We get now 110%. What about 110%? Then we will cross multiply. We shall have 110 times 110 times 20 over 100. Then we simplify. This 0 will cancel with this 0. This 0 will cancel with this 0. 11 times 2, we get 22 meters. Therefore, the width after the increase will be 22 meters. Then we are asked to give the increase in the area of the plot. Therefore, let us get the area of this plot now after the increase. We will get it by multiplying that 3 times 22. Therefore, the new area will be 33 times 22. This will give us 726 meters squared. Now, the increase. For us to get the increase, we get this 726. We subtract 600. This was the area before the increase. Therefore, we shall have 726 minus 600. It will give us 126 meters squared. Therefore, our correct choice will be B, 126 meters squared. In year 2005, enrollment in a school was 450. In the year 2006, the enrollment decreased by 10% from that year of 2005. The enrollment increased by 20% in year 2007. What was the enrollment in the year 2007? Solution. We are given that in the year 2005, we are told that the enrollment in the school was 450. Then we are told that in the year 2006, the enrollment decreased by 10%. Then we are told that the enrollment increased by 20% in the year 2007. Then in the year 2007, the enrollment increased by 20%. Then we are asked what was the enrollment in the year 2007. First, we get to know the number of pupils, or in other terms, the enrollment in the year 2006. If in the year 2005, the enrollment was 450. In the year 2006, the enrollment decreased by 10%. Let us get the enrollment in the year 2006. We shall proceed as follows. We take if 100% was equivalent to 450. What about after the decrease of 10%? So we get 100% minus 10%. After the decrease now, we get 90%. Therefore, if 100% is equivalent to 450, what about 90%? What about 90%? From there, we will cross multiply. We shall have 90 times 450 over 100. Then we will simplify. This 0 will cancel this 0. We multiply 9 times 45, we get 405. So in the year 2006, the enrollment, it was 405. Then we are told that the enrollment increased by 20% in the year 2007. So it increased by 20%. And we are asked what was the enrollment in the year 2007. Therefore, we shall now take this 405. We shall say that it is equivalent to 100%. Therefore, we shall have 100% is equivalent to 405. Then after the increase of 20%, so the new percent will be 100% plus 20%, which it will give us 120%. What about 120%? Then from there we shall cross multiply 100 120 times 405 over 100. Then we will simplify from there. We shall cancel this 0 with this 0. Then multiply 12 times 405. We get 4860 divided by 10. We get 486. Therefore, the enrollment in the year 2007 was 486, which is B. It's our correct answer, 486. The number of tree seedlings planted in a certain season increased by 20%. If there were 24,000 seedlings planted in that season, how many seedlings were there before the increase? Solution. In this question, we are told that the number of tree seedlings planted in a certain season increased by 20%. Then we are also told that there were 24,000 seedlings planted in that season. Then we are asked how many seedlings were there before the increase. Therefore, we can proceed as follows. Now, we are told that they increased by 20%, and we are told if there were 24,000 seedlings planted in that season. Therefore, we take 100, we add 20%, or we take this 100%, we add 20%, we get 120%. Therefore, 120% is equal to 24,000 seedlings. Then, what about 100%? If now 120 is equivalent to 24,000 seedlings, what about now 100%? Then from there we will cross multiply. We shall have 100 here times 24,000 over 120. Then from there we shall now simplify. You can cancel this 0 with this 0 there. By 12, 1 by 12, we get 2. Therefore, we multiply 100 times 200. We get 20,000. We get 20,000 seedlings. 20,000 seedlings. Therefore, our correct choice is B, which is 20,000. The price of an item increased from 400 shillings to 500 shillings. What was the percentage increase? Solution. We are told that the price increased from 400 shillings to 500 shillings. And we are asked to give the percentage increase. First, let us get the increase. So we take 500 minus 400. It will give us 100 shillings. Therefore, the price increased by 100 shillings. For us to get the percentage increase, now we take 100 shillings over the first price or the original price, which is 400 shillings, times 100%. Then we will simplify from there. This 20 will cancel with this 20. Divide by 4, 1. 100 divided by 4, we get 25. Therefore, the percentage increase was 25%. Hence, our correct choice is C, 25%. The price of an item increased from 400 shillings to 500 shillings. What was the percentage increase? Solution. We are told that the price increased from 400 shillings to 500 shillings. And we are also give the percentage increase. First, let us get the increase. So we take 500 minus 400. It will give us 100 shillings. Therefore, the price increased by 100 shillings. For us to get the percentage increase, now we take 100 shillings over the first price or the original price, which is 400 shillings, times 100%. Then we will simplify from there. This 20 will cancel with this 20. Divide by 4, 1. 100 divided by 4, we get 25. Therefore, the percentage increase was 25%. Hence, our correct choice is C, 25%. A farmer harvested 1,200 crates of tomatoes in the year 2011. This was a 20% decrease from the year 2010. How many crates of tomatoes did the farmer harvest in the year 2010? Solution. We are told that in the year 2011, the farmer harvested 1,200 crates of tomatoes, and we are told that this was 20% decrease from the year 2010. Then we are asked, how many crates of tomatoes did the farmer harvest in the year 2010? Therefore, we can proceed as follows. We take 100% minus 20%. This 20% is this decrease. This was 20% decrease from the year 2010. We get 80%, the decrease now. Now, this 80% is equivalent to 1,200 because we are told this farmer harvested 1,200 crates of tomatoes in the year 2011. Then we are told this was 20% decrease from the year 2010. Therefore, the decrease we have got it by subtracting 100 minus 20, which is now 80%. 80% is equivalent to 1,200 crates. So 80% is equivalent to 1,200 crates. Now, what about 100%? We are asked how many crates of tomatoes did the farmer harvest in the year 2010? What about 100%? From there, we cross multiply. Now, we shall have 100 multiplied by 1,200 divided by 80. Then, from there, we will simplify. This 0 will cancel with this 0. Then, we can divide by 2, 4. By 2, 6. Then, remember to bring this 0 there. Then, 4 divided by 4, 1. 100 divided by 4, 25. Then, we multiply 25 times 60. 25 times 60. It will give us 1,500. Therefore, our correct choice is A, 1,500 crates of tomatoes. The level of fuel in a container decreased by 2% each hour. If the capacity of the fuel in the container was 1,600 liters, what was the capacity after 2 hours? We are told that the level of the fuel decreased by 2% each hour. So the level decreased by 2% each hour. Then the capacity of the container is 1,600 liters. Then we are also asked what was the capacity after 2 hours. Solution. This 2% can also be written as 2 over 100 times 1,600. First, let us get the level or the number of liters which are decreased per hour. This 0 will cancel with this 0. 2 times 16, 32 liters. So the per hour, the level decreases by 32 liters. Then we are asked to give the capacity of the container after 2 hours. So if per hour that 2 liters are decreased at the level, so in 2 hours we shall have that 2 times 2, which will give us 64 liters. So therefore the capacity of this fuel now will be 1,600, that is the capacity, minus 64. We subtract 64. We shall get 6351. So the level will be 1,536 liters. Therefore, our correct choice is D, 1,536 liters. A soccer ball is dropped from height of 240 centimeters. For every bounce, the height decreases by 60%. How high will the ball rise on the second bounce? Solution. We are told that the height decreases by 60%. So the height decreases by 60%. We are given that the height is 240 centimeters. The height is 240 centimeters. Then we are asked, how high will the ball rise on the second bounce? So let us get for the first bounce how high the ball will rise. We are told that the height decreases by 60%. Therefore, we shall have 60%. This is the same as 60 over 100 of or times 240. Then we can simplify this 0. Let us cancel it with this 0, this 0, this 0. 6 times 24, 144 centimeters. Therefore, the height here decreased by 144 centimeters. And the height is 240 centimeters. The height in which the ball is dropped from is a height of 240 centimeters. Therefore, let us get the remaining height now by taking 240 minus 144. We get 96. So the remaining height is 96. Therefore, we are told that the ball here, we are asked how high will the ball rise on the second bounce? So the first bounce, how high will the ball rise on the second bounce? So the second bounce, we take 60%, which is 60 over 100 of now the remaining height, which is now 96. From there, 60 we multiply by 96, we get 60 times 96, we get 5760. 5760 divided by 100. Count the number of decimals 1, 2, 1, 2. So the decimal point is here. We have 57.60, or we can say it is 57.6 when 0 is beyond the decimal. It's here we may not count it, so we can have 57.6. Therefore, we are asked how high will the ball rise on the second bounce? How high will the ball rise on the second bounce? So on the second bounce, the first bounce, the ball will rise 90. We have the first bounce and the second bounce. How high will the ball rise on the second bounce? Therefore, we take 96 we subtract 57.6. We shall have 96, 57.6. We get 38.4. Therefore, our correct answer is A, which is 38.4 centimeters. Mungaka pays 300 shillings for his transport, 400 shillings for his 2 sons, and 100 shillings for his sister daily. If the fare went up by 15%, how much will he spend in 6 days? Solution. We are told that Mungaka pays 300 shillings for his transport. 300 shillings for his transport. So he pays 300 shillings for his transport. 400 shillings for his 2 sons. 400 shillings for his 2 sons. Then 100 shillings for his sister daily. 100 shillings for his sister. Then we are told that the fare increased or went up by 15%. How much will we spend in 6 days? Therefore, the total fare, let us get the total fare. Total fare. The total fare we shall have 300 plus 400 plus 100. The total fare will be 800 shillings. The total fare. Then we are told that the fare increased by 15%. The fare increased by 15%. Therefore, we shall have these 800 shillings. It shall be equivalent to 100%. Therefore, if 100% is equivalent to 800 shillings, the increase of 15. So the new percent will be 100% plus 15%, which will give us 115%. Therefore, if 100% is equivalent to 800, what about 115%? Now, after the increase, 115%, we shall have 115 times 800 over 100. Then we simplify these zeros, they cancel these zeros. 115 times 8, we get 920. Therefore, after the increase, Mungaka will pay 920 shillings per day. And the question asks us, how much will he spend in 6 days? Therefore, we take 920 times 6. 920 times 6. It will give us 5,520 shillings. So in 6 days, Mungaka will pay 5,520 shillings. Therefore, The correct choice is A. A group of farmers harvested 10,000 kilograms of coffee on the first day and 8,000 kilograms on the second day. What percentage decrease in the amount of coffee harvested? Solution. The farmers, they harvested 10,000 kilograms of coffee on the first day, then 8,000 kilograms of coffee on the second day. So the first day they harvested 10,000 kilograms. The second day 8,000 kilograms. Then we are asked what was the percentage decrease in the amount of coffee harvested. First, let us get the decrease in the number of kilograms. We take 10,000, we subtract 8,000. We get 2,000. Therefore, the decrease is 2,000 kilograms. Therefore, we take this decrease, we convert it into percentage, 2,000 over the first kilograms of coffee which were harvested, which is 10,000 times 100%. From there, we can simplify. Cancel these 3 zeros with these 3 zeros there. This 0 cancel it with this 0. 2 times 10, which is 20%. Therefore, the percentage decrease is 20%. Hence, the correct answer is A.